Good afternoon, students, and welcome back for the video class in political science. So, previous videos we started with the fourth unit, that is Constitution and Government, and we already seen about the different types of constitutions: written, unwritten, rigid, flexible. Then we started with the government. So, in that we see two types of the governments. One is democratic, second one is dictatorship or dictatorial government. So today we are going to start again same thing, two types of the government again here. The differences we will see in between them. That is, one is parliamentary system and second one is about the presidential government. So what is the difference comes in parliamentary and presidential? So these both government systems are going to be used across the world. So India has adopted parliamentary system as well as United Kingdom, that is England. That country also has adopted the parliamentary system. We adopted itself from the England. Sanvidhan Sarkar ee paddhati ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ follow ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. But in USA, that is a presidential system is followed. So what are the features and what are the differences in between parliamentary system and presidential system that we will see. Now let's start with the parliamentary system or parliamentary government. So it has been originated from UK. Originated from UK, that is United Kingdom of England. That is, now what exactly here? So whatever the executive comes, so this system is also known as a responsible executive. Responsible executive, this is called as, because executive, the parliament is going to be take birth, or parliament executive, it is a creation, as the executive is the creation of the parliament and it is responsible to it. Because of the executive, parliament is going to be created and parliament is responsible for the executive. So it's called as a parliamentary system. Okay. Then you can see here, even it is called as a non-fixed executive. Non-fixed ಅಂದ್ರೆ executives ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರ್ತಾರಂದ್ರೆ when the parliament is having the confidence, if parliament or the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha members, if they show no confidence vote, no confidence motion, then executive has to resign. So this executive or this is called as a non-fixed executive. ಶಾಶ್ವತ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, 5 ವರ್ಷ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹಿಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನಡುವೆ ಏನಾಗಬಹುದು ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಬೀಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ನಾನ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್. Non-fixed executive, it's not fixed. So they may continue for 1 year, 2 years, or may continue complete year, 5 years. But you can't basically assume it. Okay. So this is called the parliamentary system, where the executive is responsible or responsibilities and it creates the parliament. Now let's see what are the different features of the parliamentary system. Features. So there are the different types of features. So first one you can see here, presence of titular or nominal executive. So better you keep in mind nominal. Nominal ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಸರು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಹೆಸರು ಅಷ್ಟೇ, just only for the sign purpose. What the authority and what it is, authority and powers the person has. Actually, I have a power, okay, but my powers are going to be utilized by another person. So my post, it will be called as a nominal executive. ನನ್ನ ಪವರ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಬೇರೆದವರು ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಟೈಮ್ನಾಗ ನಾನು ನಾಮಿನಲ್ ಇದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಹೆಸರಿಗಷ್ಟು ಸೈನ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ರ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಸಲಹೆ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಆಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇನ್ ಹಿಯರ್. Under this parliamentary system, two types of the executive comes. One is nominal and second one is real. Nominal and second one is real. So in India you can see this President of India, and here real is PM, that is Prime Minister, PM and Cabinet. So how the President is only nominal? Because President, whatever the authority and power he has to take help of the PM and Cabinet whenever he is going to take any decision. ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಪತಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಡೆಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೋತೀವಿ, ಆ ಟೈಮ್ದಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ PM who will be the head of the cabinet, and that cabinet all ಅವರಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಲ ಅವರು ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. Then only it is possible to follow his duty, to adopt that authority. So the president is called as a nominal executive. President will enjoy his authority with the help of PM and cabinet. So that's why in India it is called as the President of India is a nominal executive, whereas main authority and main other things will be followed or executed by the PM and cabinet. So PM and cabinet are the real executives here, whereas President of India will be a nominal. He will be having all actual powers because he is the head of the state. Head of the state. President will be the head of the state, but real executive is the PM and his cabinet. They will be the government head. Okay, so this is the difference in between nominal executive and real executive. You can see here, one more example you can see here, this president, he is the head of the state but not the head of the government. President is the head of the government, whereas PM is the head of the government. One more example you can give here, nominal, that is President of India, as well as in United Kingdom, Queen will be the nominal executive. Okay. Second point, cabinet is the real executive. What may be the authority, powers? So Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister is called as a cabinet. Majority party's leader will become the PM, and the PM will be chosen by the president itself. So as a PM will be chosen, PM will choose his other colleagues, he will choose his other ministers. Cabinet commands and vast powers actual rules of the country. Head of the PM is the head of the cabinet. Root country. So the whole line is so responsible responsibility of the country goes to the PM and his cabinet. Success and failure of the government, that goes to PM and cabinet. So PM, head of the cabinet, and rest of his ministers will be the real executives. Third point, cabinet is the creation of the parliament. Cabinet is the creation of parliament. So how? As I told you, majority party. The members of the Council of Ministers, including Prime Minister, have to be member of the Parliament. Leader of the majority political party will become the PM, and that PM will choose his colleagues, ministers of the different departments. Okay, he will choose, he will provide the portfolio, and he will assign them. Yeah. Leader of the majority political party will become the Prime Minister, and turn select to his Council of Ministers, hence the creation of Parliament. Leader of majority party become PM and select his ministers. So it will be ultimately selection or creation of the parliament. So cabinet is the creation of parliament. PM will be selecting his another cabinet ministers. So it will be a parliament is going to be created. Fourth point, individual responsibility. So whatever the ministers are selected by the PM, even for that it will be ultimately selected by the PM itself, but just nominally told to the president. You choose this person as a health minister, you choose this person as a cultural minister, railway minister, defense ministers. So there are the different ministries are there in the government. Then all ministry will be headed by one minister. For example, MHRD, Ministry of Human Resource Department or Development. So for that, at present, it will be a central ministries. So Prakash Javadekar is the minister for that MHRD, Ministry of Human Resource Department. MHRD. Javadekar, Prakash Javadekar. So definitely about this, what the ministry comes. In that ministry, there are the different hierarchy. So ministry of the department bರ್ತದೆ, ಅದ ನಂತರ wing ಬರ್ತದೆ, division ಬರ್ತಾವ, branch ಬರ್ತಾವ, ಆಮೇಲೆ section ಬರ್ತದೆ. Department, wing, division, then branch and section. So these are the different steps comes in the every ministry, and every ministry will be headed by one minister, and all the failure and success of that ministry goes to that particular minister. ಯಾವುದು ಒಂದು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಾರೋ ಆ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಅವನ ಕೈಯಾಗಿ ಇರ್ತೈತೆ. ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅವನೇ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್, ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅವನೇ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್. ಅದರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಫೋಲಿಯೋ ಏನು ಇರ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ, that minister has to look after that. So it will be a individual responsibility, every minister will be responsible for his department. ಇದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರಕಾಶ್ ಜಾವಡೇಕರ್, ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಸೊ he will be responsible for the human resource department. Okay. And the ministry has a department, wing, division, branch and section. So this detailed study you will be having in the second PUC, in the administrative part. Okay. So individual responsibility. Every minister is responsible to his department. Every minister is responsible to his department. Just keep in mind that comes in an individual responsibility. So individual ಆಯ್ತು. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ನನ್ನ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಆ ಥರ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವ. ಸೊ ಅವು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೆಲಸ ನಡೀತದಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಆ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿರಬೇಕು, ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟು ಇರಬೇಕು, ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ದೇರ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಕೋಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ collective responsibility. So when number of the departments come together and they will work together collectively, cooperatively, unitedly, then it will be a collective responsibility, collective behavior. Because parliament, if they want to run the government, if they want to run the country, there should be cooperation among the all department. ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ ಕೋಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಸರ್ಕಾರ ನಡೀತೈತಿ. ಸರ್ಕಾರ ನಡೆದ್ರೆ ದೇಶ ನಡೀತೈತಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ದು ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಡೆಮೋಕ್ರಸಿ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್. ಸೊ ದ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್. ಈಗ ಯಾವ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ನಡೀತೈತಿ, ಯಾವ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಬಿಡ್ತೈತಿ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾರ ಕೈಯಾಗಿರ್ತೈತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್, ಆಲ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ PM. ವೆದರ್ ದ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿಂಕ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ವಿಂಗ್. ಸ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟು ಸ್ವಿಂಗ್ ನಡೆದೈತಿ, ಏನು ಸಿಂಕ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮುಡಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಟು ದ PM ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್. So success and failure of the government goes to them itself. So as long as parliament has a confidence, government will swing. As the parliament show the no confidence, government is going to sink. Sink andre ena mundugodu. Government ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಬಿದ್ದು ಬೀಳ್ತೈತಿ, ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಹೋಗಿ ಬೀಳ್ತೈತಿ. So everything left to the cabinet and the PM. That is collective responsibility, cooperation should be there. Then only it will sink or swing. Sarkar naditati bidutati, that will be depend on the cooperation in between the different departments and their ministries. Okay, so that is it. Collective behavior. So where comes harmony? Harmony ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟು ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ. Even which is going to be depend on the different things. Next point is the role of the prime minister. Role of PM. So the main leader, even PM is called as the leader of the whole country, who is going to lead country on the international level. Because for the different kinds of foreign policy, ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿ ಅವರು ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶ ಭೇಟಿ ಆಗ್ತಾರೋ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಒಪ್ಪಂದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ತಗೊಂಡು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ. So he is not going to represent the cabinet only, he is going to represent the whole country. Okay, so being as the head of the executive, he will be real executive. Head of cabinet, real executive, even head of the country, leader of the country, he will work. As he gets chosen, he will choose his minister, he will elect his minister, and he will give the portfolio. ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಪತಿ PM ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾಮಿನಲ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ ಆ ಲೀಡರ್, ಆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಲೀಡರ್ ಯಾರು ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ PM ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಲಸ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾಮಿನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಯಾರ? PM. ಓಕೆ, PM ಚೂಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಆಯ್ತು. PM ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರಿದಿಂದ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸದಸ್ಯರು ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರು ನೀ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗು, ನೀನು ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗು, ಓಕೆ, ನೀನು ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗು, ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹಂಚಿಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ PM, and he is going to supervise on all the department. ಈಗ ಏನು ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಸರಿಯಾದ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು ಮಾಡೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಶಫಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನಿಂದ ಬೇರೆ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಜಸ್ಟ್ he will be just member of parliament, he will not return as a cabinet minister. ಅವ್ನು ತಂದು ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಶಫಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಫೋಲಿಯೋ ಕೊಡೋದು, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ ಯಾವುದು? PM. So these all the things will be done by the PM. So the PM's role is too important. About Prime Minister, so one thing, head of the cabinet, real executive. Then he appoints the ministers, then distributes portfolio. जैसा मैंने अभी बताया कि अलग अलग से डिपार्टमेंट उनको दे देता है. उसके बाद का जो उनका काम रहता है प्रधानमंत्री जी का, तो वो सबसे अहम रहता है. तो कोऑर्डिनेट्स इन बिटवीन द डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स. ओके, जैसे ह्यूमन रिसोर्स आता है तो उसमें फिर से एजुकेशन आता है, वुमेन्स एंड चाइल्ड वेलफेयर आता है. उसमें ऐसे जैसे कि इन दोनों में कोऑपरेशन चाहिए तब जाकर सारा काम ठीक से होता है. और मेन जो थिंग है supervise on the all cabinet minister. If they work smoothly, work properly, then definitely cabinet gets successful. If cabinet and your PM gets successful, definitely government gets successful and country also. Sometimes on international level, country gets identified by the person who is leading. इससे पहले अनेक से साल हो, जैसे मान लो कि भारत बस अपने देश, अपने एशिया से ही लिमिटेड था. हाँ, हमारा रिश्ता था, ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇತ್ತು, ಬಟ್ ಆ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. As Modi became the Prime Minister in 2014, then onwards he started, he completed 5 years, then again he won the second election in 2019 also, started with the second Lok Sabha also. So because of his charismatic personality, the whole country also known in the world. Number of like developed countries like Russia, Japan, USA, these countries became the part of the country or had a friendship with us. Number of treaties were signed in between India and these developing countries only because of the PM. So the PM's role is very important, very crucial in the development of the country and making successful. So here about the Prime Minister and his role, some of the political thinkers have quoted something. So what is that? So Professor S. J. Lusky has mentioned about the Prime Minister So he is the central formation of the cabinet. Cabinet तयार आपको समझना और सेंटर इधर केंद्र बिंदु इधर होगा और दिन में कैबिनेट इन आपके अंदर कंप्लीट आते थे. So he is a central to the formation of cabinet, central to its life. अतः जीवदान बोलते हैं ना मुनसोदु sink or swim. जीवदान अंदर ना life अंदर sink or sink अंदर मुनसोदु swim अंदर the swim. So that is left to the PM itself, even central to its death and life. So सरकार नदियों तो ये मुनकोदु अधिकार क्या है Prime Minister. So that is told by Lusky. And second one, and even he is a keystone of the cabinet arch. मतलब शील को ले आने वाले. कौन शील आने वाला? आप तब तो ये वाला बिल्डिंग इन आने वाले के अंदर बिड होते थे. So आते हैं PM रोल लेते हैं कैबिनेट में. PM ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಗವರ್ನಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಕೊಲಾಪ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. So what the Jimmy has told about the PM's role? So he is like a sun and other ministers are moving around him. या तरह सूर्य सेंटर of बರ್ತದೆ sun and other ministers, cabinet ministers will move around outside the other planets. So the PM and other ministers. So it will be like the same. PM's role is very important, whereas like he is at center as like sun, and other ministers or the cabinet ministers will move around it. सूर्य तरह PM सेंटर का गिरता है, ना बेरे कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर और सुप्रीम इन आपके तरफ तिरकता है. So the PM's role is much important in the parliamentary system to make government successful and country also. Okay, so the very important personality, caliber and charismatic, और capacity बताओ दिन व्यक्ति मत करते थे. अब नोड़ा और केले में भी ये ना पड़ते और it is like a magnet. A person or another persons are going to be magnetized by him. Okay, pulled by him. One तरह impact आगे बढ़ते थे next person में. So that kind of personality PM should be. Then the country will get identified across the world. And definitely PM is doing very well. We are getting good success. Okay. Next point is political homogeneity. Homogeneity means like a unity. Unity. Work to oneness of this. So how political homogeneity? Earlier what used to happen? एक लोकसभा का 545 सीट्स इस्ताम. So अतरा में गेलपरा केस ना आगे करते 250 plus 250 plus 20. Near 271 to 272. 272 seats are required to get the majority in the Lok Sabha to form the government. So earlier, ಮೊದಲು ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಸೀಟ್ಸ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಿದ್ದು ಮೊದಲು. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರ ಪಾರ್ಟಿದಾಗ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಎಮ್.ಎಲ್.ಎ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅವ್ರು ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿನಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಯಾವುದೇ ಥರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರಲಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಮೊದಲಿನ ಟೈಮ್ನಾಗ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಅದು BJP ಇರಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಇರಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಡೇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್, there is no clarity, no clear majority for any single political party. So number of political parties come together and they will form a government. That is called as a coalition government. ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಮೂರು ಎರಡು ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಆಗ್ತಾವು ಮತ್ತು ಅವ್ರು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಖರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ PM ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿದಿಂದ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾಲ್ಕು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟಿದಿಂದ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ನಾಲ್ಕು ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೇರೆ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ. ಸೊ ಈ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ, ಅವ್ರಾಗ ಯಾವುದೂ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟು ಏನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. there will be a problem with the homogeneity. That is a drawback at present because coalition government, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಒಂದಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರು ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಓಕೆ, so that is a political homogeneity. Yeah, however, in the coalition government, since different political parties come together, such a homogeneity is not possible. Nowadays, not possible because of coalition. Next point, that is role of oppositions. Role of opposition is very important to making success of the government, not for government, country. Now you can say ruling party, which political party gets majority seats will be considered as a ruling party. Okay, and which party gets number 2 votes or lower seats, so that party will be considered as an opposition party. So in central government, now BJP is the ruling party, whereas Congress is the opposition party. So what is the role of the opposition party? To criticize the government policies, schemes. Okay, and the leader of opposition party will be ranked as a cabinet minister. ಯಾವ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ಥರ ಅಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಲೀಡರ್ಸ್ಗೂ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಸಜೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ಅಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ, that party's suggestions or that opposition party's suggestions has to be taken positively. This opposition party leaders and their MLAs will not always oppose because of their questioning. The cabinet ministers and the PM will remain very alert. That is the main thing because of opposition party. So opposition is always going to be having a criticism, and because of that criticism, ruling party minister, cabinets as well as PM remain very alert, and they will be doing their work with a sincerity, with a honesty. That's why the role of opposition is very important. Next is link between parliament and executive. Link between parliament and executive. So here a cabinet is a community committee which fastens the legislative part of the state to the executive part of the state. Its origin is belong to the one, it is a function belongs to the other. This link harmony and cooperation. Both are going to be connected, both has to work together. So both are going to be linked. ಎರಡು ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವರು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ PM ಎರಡು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. And both, when the both are going to work together, then only it will be a proper way or smooth running of the government. So that's why there should be a cooperation, coordination in between executive and parliament. Both has to work together. There should not be a rivalry, or there should not be any mismatch. ಯಾವುದೇ ತರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ legislature. Okay, so that is it. And that one, executive subordinate to legislature. Subordinate to legislature. So, as a legislature is going to be a creation by the executive. Executive will be responsible or will be responsible for the creation of legislature. Then also legislature has a hold on the executive. Parliament creation executive ಇಂದ ಆಗಬೇಕು. That is right. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ PM ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಆಗ್ತಾರೋ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರು ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ತಯಾರಾಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ತಯಾರಾಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಖರೆ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಅವ್ರ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಮೇಲೆ, ಆ ತನಕ ಅವ್ರ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಡೀತದೆ. ವೆನ್ ದ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನೋ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ executive has to collapse. Cabinet has to resign. That's why this legislature is superior. Legislature is superior. Subordinate के अंदर तड़कड़े दुयम दर्जा आते हैं. So executive दुयम बनते मत legislature प्रथम, legislature superior बनते. So legislature has a more powers, more authority. Authority is there with the executive, but anyhow executive will be under control of legislature. So students, this is about the parliamentary government, where two type of the executive comes, and this parliamentary is called as a responsible executive, which is not fixed executive, and because of the executive, parliament is going to be created. So there is a nominal executive. Nominal and real executives are different. President of India is a nominal, he is the head of the state, whereas PM and cabinet are the real, and PM is the head of the government. President, head of the state, PM, head of the government. Then cabinet is a real executive. Cabinet is the creation of parliament. Individual responsibility and collective responsibility. Role of PM is too important in the parliamentary system. Then political homogeneity. Role of opposition, link between parliament and executive, and executive is a subordinate to legislature. So these are the features of parliamentary system. If the question comes for 5 marks, you have to write minimum 4 points. If question comes for 10 marks, you have to explain minimum 7 points. Okay? So this is enough for today's video. In next video, we'll start with the second part, that is the presidential government. Okay? Thank you for being up to the end of the video. Have a good day.